Willie's memories in baseball go back practically to the day he was born. He grew up in this home just outside of Birmingham, Alabama.
Michael, is this the neighborhood?
Oh my God, yes we are, here in Fairfield, Alabama. Can you feel it?
I can feel it, I can feel it. Jake, this is Alabama, bro.
This is, and you can, like you said, you can feel it. Seeing here where Willie grew up, this field here commemorating that, getting to walk on the field, seeing the bases drawn.
What's the first thoughts thinking? I know they named this Willie Mays Park, and he went to high school not too far from here. What's it feel like for you?
The first thoughts that come to mind is all these children that live in this neighborhood right here, and who's the next? And do they know that? And are they gonna have that opportunity? And for me, that's what this is about, telling this story that, hey, right from this neighborhood come the best ball player we've ever seen. Why not you? It doesn't have to be baseball, but you can make it right out of here and go do anything you want.
Sir.
You know, and that's the importance of the stuff we're doing. You have to tell the stories. So now we got to tell Willie's story to that next generation of fans, and that's why we're here. So tell us a little bit about the struggle for Willie to get out of this area to become who he became.
I can't even imagine what it took, and they did it in stride, you know, the everyday manner, just resilience and achievement. This neighborhood's also very interesting because you will find people that were born in their home and they're still here. So when you talk to them and they refer to the way they interacted back in the day, you can see that was how they stimulated their growth. They all supported one another.
I got to know Willie through a number of years, but I didn't spend time with him every day. Your relationship with Willie is like special, second to none.
Well, I think the Alabama connection really drove it home when I got to get traded out to San Francisco. And Willie was in the clubhouse, you know, almost every day of a homestand.
What did you guys talk about?
Oh, we talked about everything. You know, honestly, well, you know, the older somebody gets, you know, they just want to talk and they want to share with you. You know, Willie's eyesight, you know, by the time I got there, it was tough. I'd have to get right up in, we'd almost kiss him, you know, sometimes he'd want to see me or see. But he got to know my voice when I'd walk in the room, and when somebody's eyesight's not the best, they really lock in on what people saying and their voice. So there was this one day in 2014, my grandpa came out, and he's from 15 minutes just up the road, a place called Empire, Alabama. They certainly had probably not a whole lot in common, being segregated upbringings back then, but listening to these guys talk about this area, about the 1930s and the 1940s, and watching white and black put all that stuff aside, not care anything about that, and just how far they had come. And then my grandpa had just lost my grandma, and he wasn't in the best of health. That night, Willie heard me lean over to Mike Murphy, the longtime clubhouse manager in San Francisco, and I said, hey, my papa's gonna need a jacket. Can you go grab my jacket out of my locker? I'm gonna send him up to the stands with one. Willie heard me say that, and Willie took his jacket off and said, Papa, I want you to have this jacket. And from the time my grandpa left that clubhouse with that jacket on, if it was cold outside, he had that jacket on for about the remainder of his life. And what that did for him, Michael, to come back to Alabama with a Willie Mays jacket, to talk about he was now friends with Willie, it truly extended and gave my grandpa so much joy in the latter years of his life. And it indebted me to Willie and your family in a way that I can never describe.
The other part of Willie is, don't be mistaken, he knew how great a player he was too, and he'll tell you. And if you don't have your facts right, he gonna set you straight. One of the greatest stories Willie talks to me, and it's a prideful thing for him because I know that he did it. He would stand in center and call the pitches when he was with the Giants teams that were running to the pennant race. He would do that from center field, and he will let you know, I know way more than just about hitting. I can pitch, I can call games, I can set it up, I can do all that stuff.
The best players in the world have that edge. They know they're the best. They also have this humility and this pay it forward, and that's what Willie does both. Willie was the best, but then also when you get there and you can treat people the way you need to and continue to do it throughout his life.
He played in 24 All-Star games, 4 World Series, and he won 11 Gold Gloves for his electrifying play in center field. The Giants say, hey, kid. Willie Mays.
So Michael, as we're heading towards June 20th, like a bullet train, you've been around your dad enough. What's he think about baseball coming here to Rickwood?
He's all about it. He's very, very excited. And I see it as epic. I don't think there's anything bigger. You know, big ups to MLB for all this kind of work they're doing.
No, you're exactly right. Rickwood is the Mecca. This is the oldest living ballpark that we have. When I get a chance just to walk out there, you feel it in the biggest way of all those ghosts being around. This just feels meant to be in a way that June 20th, I can't imagine there being a more special moment in years to come for our sport.